guys, long time no see. It is the middle of August-ish. We are on the last day of a heat wave, and you can hear my AC screaming in the background. I work out of a house that was built in 1925 in the basement, essentially. And as you can imagine, it would get very humid and very hot in the summer if I didn't have a little bit of climate control going on. So apologies while I terraform in the background. Today we are talking about the Endor Forest Ranger, the mini rig that is not so mini anymore. He's a 1/6 scale, I think, which I have mentioned in the past. I am now in the delightful phase that my friend Bill refers to as frosting, when you get to put all the kit parts down and let the design start coming alive. It was a long slog to get here. The underpinnings, as you can probably see from some of the waffle pattern in the crude cutouts, FDM print, 3D print. I hate FDM printing personally. No offense, some guys do some amazing shit, but with my bum hands, just the sanding is just something that, like, psychologically I'm like, I just dread, honestly, I think is the right word. So that being said, you can skin it, and you can, sand anything that isn't skinned, which is less sanding, but with a little bit of effort and a lot of time and a lot of effort, let's be honest, you can get it looking nice. So where are we right now with this project? It's been a while since I've made a video. Like I said, we're in the frosting phase. I have made 2 guns. Now, the whole idea of this is to take a mini rig toy, that was made by Kenner, and upscale it and de-toyify it. So ILM would give reference photos of their models or whatever to Kenner, and Kenner would toyify them, and that's what we all played with as kids. I wanted to take something that was never a model and do the reverse, just as a design exercise. And I started with the PDT-8 model a while back, and I need to get back on that. This is a request from someone, actually the fellow that designed it. It's his favorite mini rig, and so how can you say no to that, right? So while I am trying to stay true to, everything's very dusty because I've been sanding, to the original design, as you can see, especially with the front guns, I have made a couple tweaks. And that's just because, I don't know, just some of the things I thought would read nicer if they were a little different. So far the feedback has been very positive, which is, a relief. And I just like the idea of 2 staggered guns. They are brass cord, and so I can actually change it up if I think that this is a better flow or whatever. So these guys are pretty much done. They just need to be painted now. And just for transportation purposes, it's easier to have stuff that sticks up, removable if ever possible. The back of this and the front of the back half, which is off camera, are detailed. And funny enough, most of this detail will never clearly be seen. You'll be able to see about this much of it, and then the rest of it you'll be able to see only from a very, very oblique angle. But, we do this when we build things, sometimes just to, humor ourselves. But I'm committed to making sure that something that leaves my hands is detailed in every possible area you could see. I'm a big fan of a hole in something, in a model that you can look through and see something else. You're rewarded for, digging deep into it. Not that it's a bummer when you look underneath something and it's just not finished necessarily, but I'm always gonna do that. It reminds me of some friends of mine who build tank models, and they kit it out, do a full interior, take beautiful pictures, and then seal it up, and you're never gonna see it again. And I think there's something crazy but really fun about that. So that's essentially what you know, this back half is doing. And this is pretty lightweight considering the back is very, very heavy at this point. So the whole thing rides on a 1/4 inch gas pipe armature essentially, because any other thing it would probably just, you know, crash. So I have to finish detailing the bottom, and as you can see, there's mountains of kit parts. I don't know if you can see that actually. And to my side, there's stacks and stacks and stacks of kit parts. A lot of 1/16 scale, I want to say, Volkswagen Kuba wagon was used on this. There's a lot of really great pieces. I'm really into 1/700th scale ships right now for donor parts, but those don't really lend themselves well to something this scale necessarily. You kind of have to gauge where you are with the chunkiness of your design, considering that you're working so large. I mean, the figure's 12 inches tall, so it wouldn't make sense to use a bunch of details on something that's usually with a figure that's like 4 inches tall, if that makes any sense. So yeah, underside, gonna detail this up today, tomorrow, and then the back is also pretty close to being done. I'll do a separate video on the back because that's just as complicated, if not more so. Yeah, I gotta add the lights. I printed 2 little housings for the lights that go in here. What's really great, I'd also like to quickly mention, is when you're in the middle of building and you're looking for something that you need to put on a model for detail, especially when you're like trying to port what was done before. See, on this, it's just these 2 little recessed squares with what looks like diamond tread plate pattern. I thought, hey, maybe they should be like radiators. So I just quickly designed a curved radiator shaped thing. But I matched the curve of the hull, printed it out overnight this morning, washed it, cured it, glued them on, and they're perfect. They're exactly what I wanted for this. And a little asymmetry goes a long way always, with detail here and the little guy over here. So that's where we are with this fella. Like I said, the X-Wing's coming. I'm dying to start on the X-Wing, but in a rare moment of, hey, let's just get this finished because it's so big, it literally is dominating the area. I'm going to finish this, then I'll move on to the X-Wing, but there will be an ion cannon interlude next week, I think. I sent off all of my ion cannon parts all the model kit parts to be cast by Masterpiece Models, and he'll be selling castings of all the model kit parts. So contact him, use Google. Please don't go to Facebook and say, how do I get in touch with Masterpiece Models, when you could just Google it. So, Jesus Christ. Like, somebody please use Google. Yeah, because I'm not selling anything. It's not mine. I just lent the parts. Because I had a couple friends that wanted to build one, and I was like, I bet other people would want to also. So, there you go. So yeah, ion cannon. This guy will be finished in the next week or 2, hopefully. And I'll do a couple videos on painting, I guess, and then it's going to be the massive push to make Red 5 X-Wing. I've decided that would be it's going to be my next one. So that's it for now. Hope y'all are doing okay as we're sort of receding back into the shit. So stay safe, everybody.